All right. Thank you very much. Thank you again for all those who flew from overseas. Let's give those folks a round of applause again for making the trip. And we really thank you for making the trip, but unfortunately, you came all this way to see someone, and that someone is lost. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately, sad to say that we have lost testing. Now, don't worry, because testing actually is rumored to have been lost a long time ago. But testing is a very good friend of mine, and so as any good friend would do, I went on a journey to see if I could find out what exactly had happened to testing. And the first thing that I heard was really disturbing. I heard first that testing is dead. Surely, since testing is such a good friend of mine, if testing had died and passed on, someone would have told me that testing was dead. And then there was a correction. It said, no, testing isn't dead. It's the tester that is dead. Long live testing. This was even more confusing. The tester is dead, but I'm a tester. Am I dead? And so I had to go back to my roots because they were saying that the engineers are the ones that will do all the testing. And, well, if the engineers are doing the testing, aren't they testers? And so I went back to my roots, which started back in class in Florida Tech with this man, Dr. James Whitaker. And it was there that I found out that I wanted to be someone that knew how to break software. I mean, that was my goal. And so I asked James, I said, James, what has happened to testing? Where is testing? And James said, well, it doesn't matter because all that testing is what was getting in the way of quality. And that software had gotten better and it didn't have anything to do with testing, and that it was all these guys that were responsible for better software. And so I thought maybe I can track down testing by the evidence. Maybe there are things that I can follow, and I thought, well, oh my gosh, one thing that we love test cases. And so testing must be somewhere where we can find test cases. And it was at a conference like this that I realized, then I ran into James Bach and I said, James, where is testing? There's all these test cases, but we can't find testing. And he said, that's because test cases are not testing. That testing is a performance. It is the thinking behind test cases that is really about how we craft everything that we do as a tester. And without that thinking, we have nothing. And Whitaker agreed. Whitaker said that testing is really about the activity, and it's not about the artifact. And that all these artifacts that we're focusing on are really things that really don't matter, and that we should think about other things that are more important. And so I thought, well, if there's no test cases, then maybe it's about the automation. Surely I'll find testing hanging out with all the guys that are doing automation. And as quickly as that came into my mind, it rapidly was shot out by Michael Bolton, who said that testing is not really about automated testing that they call it. That's really all about checking. And that while testing involves checking specific facts, there's a lot more layers to testing. And so my call to you today is really one that's about remembering that the essence of testing has to do with that learning, that thinking, that observation, that exploration, and we can't take that away. If we take that away, we have nothing. And so there's no wonder that testing is gone. It's lost. And so my call to you is for us to bring back testing. Bring back testing through innovation. You see, we've stopped dreaming about things like systems that can test themselves, that can automatically discover and learn and apply that learning to tell us information about risk. Now that sounds like a big dream, but is it really? Is it bigger than the dream to put a man on the moon? Is it bigger than Wright brothers who had a dream of flight? My challenge to you is no. You see, I work for Ultimate Software, and we have a tagline that says people first. And our employees embrace a mantra that I am the I in Ultimate. And that helps us put focus on the fact that people are our most valuable resource. And so my call to you today is for you to be the I in testing. And let that I stand for innovation, ingenuity, invention, independent thinking. Because we need to really get together and make testing be a smarter thing and really do smart testing. And so I leave you with this. Remember that not everything that wonders is lost, and neither is testing. Thank you.